Well, if you just watched my other video, Reading the Jolly Postman, you know we've been talking about writing letters today to stay connected with people in this time when we can't see them in person. So if you would like to join me in learning how to write a letter of your very own today, you're going to need a few supplies. You will need a piece of paper, which can be a blank piece of paper if you would like, or you can go get some notebook paper. I know I have my notebook. And I have paper that I can tear out when I'm done writing my letter. It's your choice. You can draw a picture if you would like. Whatever you would like to do is perfect. You're also going to need some writing utensils. So you could use marker if you'd like to write marker. You could use a pencil. That way if you make a mistake, you can erase it. If you want to draw some pictures when you're done, or you want to color a picture, you can use some crayons today. And then last but not least, if you would like to give this to somebody, that's all you'll need. But if you would like to send it in the mail, you will need an envelope, okay? So you can put the letter inside. And then you will also need some stamps, okay? And you can get those at the post office. You can get them at the grocery store, anywhere. You might have one at home. I know I have these in my kitchen drawer, so you might have one if you ask your parents. So go ahead and take a minute to gather all those materials, and then I will see you soon to write your letters. Bye! Okay, so now we can get started with writing our letter. Make sure you have either a lined piece of paper or regular paper for your writing, and something to write with. So that can be a marker, that can be a pencil, whatever you're more comfortable with. I'm going to be using a lined piece of paper today, and I went ahead and made us a template so that we can learn the parts of a letter and fill it out to whoever you'd like to address it to. So I want you to take a second right now, and I want you to think about who you're going to be writing this letter to. It could be somebody in real life, like a friend or a family member, or it can even be somebody pretend, like in our story, like Goldilocks or the Three Little Bears. So my example that I'm going to be using today to write to is my friend Caitlin. She's one of my best friends, and I get to sing with her. And I haven't gotten to sing with her in a very long time, so I miss her a lot, and I want to write her a letter. So the very first thing I'm going to do when I'm writing a letter is I'm going to write the heading. The heading of my letter is the date, okay? So the date is March. Make sure you capitalize it because it's the name of a month. 25th, and the year is 2020. Also, don't forget this very important thing here. It is a comma, and you'll notice that there's some commas throughout our letter that you need to make sure are in yours as well. Okay, so our heading is done. Now we can move on to our greeting. Our greeting usually starts with dear, because we're going to tell them who we're writing to, okay? So you could put Dear Mom, Dear Goldilocks. I'm going to do Dear Caitlin, and her name should also be capitalized. And then there's that comma again. Okay, so our greeting is complete. Notice I'm writing nice and neat in my lines. I hope you're doing that as well. And if you're writing on a piece of white paper, just try your best to stay neat so that the person you're sending this to can read it. So now this is the body of the letter. The body is where I get to write those sentences that I want to tell them. So I'm going to go ahead and write some thoughts that I have right now for Caitlin. I'm going to capitalize the beginning of my letters at the sentence, I miss you so much. And I really do, so I didn't just use a period, I used an exclamation mark. If you also miss the person you're writing to, feel free to use my sentence. I'd like to know, how are you doing? And I'm asking a question here, so I'm going to use a question mark. Another sentence, so I have a capital at the beginning. I am doing all right. Period at the end. I'm going to ask another question. So I have my capital first. Have you been doing anything fun? End of my question has a question mark. I love you and hope to see you soon. And I'm going to do an exclamation mark again because I really do love her and I hope to see her soon. So that's going to be the end of my body today. I went ahead and wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, so about a paragraph. You can write as much or as little as you would like. Again, even if you just want to draw a picture, that can still be a nice letter to get in the mail. So you could do the heading, your greeting, and then your body could just be a picture in one sentence if that's what you're comfortable with. Our closing of our letter is going to be your friend. It could be love. It could be sincerely. Since I'm writing to a friend, I'm going to do your friend. Okay? If you wanted to write love, your name here, if you're writing to your mom or somebody you're close to, that is spelled like this, just in case you wanted that. Okay? So your friend, there's another comma here, and I'm going to write my name down here. You may not know this, but my name is not actually Mrs. E or Mrs. Esquivius. My first name is Melanie. Okay, and since I'm writing to my friend, I'm going to write my first name. So I'm now going to go back and read my letter again just to double check that it makes sense and everything's written nicely. March 25th, 2020. Dear Caitlin, I miss you so much. How are you doing? I am doing all right. Have you been doing anything fun? I love you and hope to see you soon. Your friend, Melanie. And there's my letter. So yours is not going to look like this unless you choose to do it this way. Yours is just going to have writing, not all these boxes, okay? Those were just to help you understand the parts of a letter and help you fill it in yourself. So now that you're done with your letter, you can go through, and if you'd like to add some coloring, you can get some crayons. I might add a picture at the bottom of me and my friend Caitlin. She's a little shorter than me, so I'm going to draw that in my picture. And I need to add our hair because we look pretty silly right now. Okay. And Caitlin's hair is brown and curly. Okay. And I'm going to color our dress as our favorite color. My favorite color is pink. That looks a little purple, but that's alright. And Caitlin's favorite color is yellow. Okay. I don't know if I will add anything else. I know Caitlin really likes sunflowers, so maybe I'll add a sunflower up here so she can see it when she opens my letter and it'll make her smile. There's my sunflower, and we'll get some leaves on it. I actually write my friends' letters a lot. Sometimes I use cards to write them, which you can also choose to do today. And Sometimes I write them letters like this that are longer, just to tell them I love them and remind them that I'm happy that they're my friend. So letter writing can be really fun. Alright, so there's my letter. I decorated a little bit. You can decorate it as much as you would like. When you're done decorating your letter and you're finished writing, everything looks good. What you're going to do next is you're going to need to fold it up so that it fits in this envelope. Okay, so you can see this envelope is smaller than this letter, and if I fold it in half, it is still going to be too big to fit in here. So what I do with this kind of paper is I have to fold it into 3 parts or thirds, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it a little bit more than halfway to about here, and then fold it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Then you're gonna fold it one more time, okay? So that it looks like this. Now, it will definitely fit inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it inside my envelope. Okay? This is the worst part of writing letters. You have to lick this so that it will stick. You can have a parent help you if you'd like. It doesn't taste very good. Once you've given it a good lick, you're going to want to stick it down. This is important because you want to make sure it stays shut when it gets sent in the mail. We don't want to draw too much on the envelope because this is what they use to understand where it's going, but I will add one more little detail on the back just for fun. Okay? So this is going to be the last step of our letter writing. You're going to need to address your envelope. Well, now your letter is finished. It's ready to be sent in the mail. If you're one of my students watching this, I just sent you letters this week. So I hope that you receive them shortly, and I put directions in there for you to write me back if you'd like to do that. Those of you who watched this video, I hope that you enjoy writing letters, and I hope that you might get one back in the mail too. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!